الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله عدد خلقه ورضا نفسه وزنة عرشه ومداد كلماته ومنتهى علمه وجميع ما شاء وخلق وذرع وبرع عالم الغيب شهادة الرحمن الرحيم المالك القدوس العزيز الحكيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون أما بعد فيقول الله تعالى في كتابه لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم صدق الله العظيم. Alhamdulillah, after praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sending peace and blessings upon His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we want to mention a few things. And one of the things that has hit home to me that seems to resonate with me a lot lately, in light of current events and the things that are trending on social media and what's taking up most of the airways as far as the news, is something that we don't really pay attention to. If you're really concerned about correcting yourself as a person, or even as a group, if you really want to know what your faults are so that you can fix them, so that you can create them, if this is what you and I really want, and we should want this, we should want to know the bad things about ourselves. Not so that we can bask in it, but so that we can rectify it or get rid of those faults. If you want to know what your faults are, most of the time you can't ask yourself. Most of us are narcissists. We lie to each other. I'm good. I'm all good. Everything about me is all right. You all is the problem. Usually you can't ask yourself. The best way to find out about your real faults and your real shortcomings is to pay attention to what your enemies say about you. Usually your enemy, if he knows your dirt, your faults, he will mention that first. And when he runs out of that, then he'll make up lies. If you have any faults, or a dark side to yourself, or any skeletons, and your enemy knows them, they're coming out first. Then if they can't destroy you by means of the negative truths about you, then they resort to lying and falsehood and slander and all these things. So if you really want to rectify yourself, while I'm talking, think about some people that you know don't like you, don't care nothing about you. If you die, they may throw even a party. What negative have they said about you? What have they said about you? All of us have one common enemy. All of us. His name is Shaitan. Shaitan said something about us. When Allah created us and honored us and asked him and asked the angels with whom Shaitan was accompanying to prostrate to us, Shaitan had a problem with that. And because he refused to bow down, Allah punished him. And he asked for respite. He asked for some time. You know, if you're involved with the criminal justice system, when they convict you, you don't have to go to jail right away. When the conviction comes down, you can postpone or delay the sentencing. You could be out on the streets or in the prison or in the jail for a time and then get sentenced and then start your time. So Shaitan was convicted, but he wasn't sentenced yet. And he asked, hey, can you delay the sentencing for me? Delay until the time that they're raised up, us. Delay it for the time until the time that they are raised up. And then, like Shaitan, he said, because you led me astray, look how the logic. He blames Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly asked him for our benefit. What prevented you from prostrating when I commanded you to do? Is amartuka, the key phrase in the sentence. When I commanded you, Allah gave you a command, do it. You did it all the other time. That's why you was allowed to be with the angels. Why not now? Why are you being selective with your obedience? Why not now? You created me from fire. And you created him from dirt. That's his logic. First he said, excuse me, ana khayru minkum. Ana khayru minhu. I'm better than him. Khalaqtani min nar wa khalaqtuhu min teen. You created, I'm better than him. Why? Because you created me from fire and you created him from dirt. He said some other things. This is mentioned several times in the Quran. We talk about Surah Al-A'raf for right now, Surah 7. Oh, because you led me astray, I'm going to lead them astray. Look at that psychology behind that. I feel that you was wrong for punishing me. And I'm not going to take it out on you because I can't. You Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm going to take it out on him and his descendants. Because you led me astray, I'm going to lead them astray. Look at Shaitan, look at the boy, deep. When somebody don't like you, and somebody is jealous of you, you become their whole life. You become their whole life. We learned this from Shaitan. He didn't say, postpone my sentencing or give me respite for 1,000 years. No, everything is based on us now. Give me respite so they're raised up. As long as they're here, I want to be here. Think about this. When any of you that got enemies, people that hate you, based upon hasad and jealousy, you become their whole world. You ever watch some of the movies when a criminal gets away? The police officer who's on the case, he gets drunk, his life's all messed up, he loses 10 wives, and then he starts putting pictures on the wall. His whole life becomes that person. He's upset that he got away. He'll even do things unbecoming of a police officer just to get him. It's from Shaitan. We become Shaitan's whole focus. Only reason he exists now is because of us. He thought he was better than us. He was conceited. He was arrogant. He didn't feel that we deserved the rank and honor that Allah gave us. So now we become his whole world. He's our open enemy. Several times in Quran Allah mentions it. Aduwwun Mubin, that's how he's referred to. He's a clear and open enemy. Aduwwun Mubin, over and over in the Quran. Shaitan, open enemy, clear enemy, open enemy, open enemy. Clear, open enemy. He's your enemy, he don't like you. And he said he's going to lead us astray. And then what did he say? He said how he's going to attack us. He's going to come from the front. He's going to come from the back. He's going to come from the right. He's going to come from the left. But then what did he say? He said something about us. Listen what our enemy had to say about us. وَلَا تَجِدُوا أَكْثَرَهُمْ شَاكِرِينَ. You will find that you will not find most of them to be grateful, thankful, appreciative. This is what our enemy said about us. That you will not find, you will find that most of them aren't thankful. They aren't grateful. SubhanAllah. Was our enemy lying? No. He hit it right on the head. I was listening to two older women talk the other morning. And one of them said, oh, it's hot out here. And then the other one said, yeah, it is hot. And then they both started saying, well, you know, we always complain. We complain when it's cold. We complain when it's hot. You know, I'm not going to complain. You know, it could be cold. It could be freezing right now. And so I found that amazing, and I found that honorable. That a person was able to self-check themselves. Because this is how we are. When it is, oh, it's too cold out here, the electric heat, bills going up, oh man, it's 10 below zero. As soon as it gets hot, oh, it's too hot, we always complaining. And don't realize who we're complaining against. Who's in control of everything. Who's the sababul asbab, who's the cause of all causes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I find it amazing that these two non-Muslim women was able to pick up on that subtlety about themselves and correct it. Whereas many of us Muslims who should know better, we just miss that. And we complain about things. We complain about the weather. We complain about this and we complain about that. We just complainers. And we somehow trick ourselves into thinking that our complaints aren't a manifestation of our ingratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We think, well, I got mouth, I got tongue, lips, I might as well just use it. I'm going to use it to complain. And we don't think there's a disconnect between that complaining and being ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We think one thing has nothing to do with the other. That disconnect is similar to where a lot of us, like especially a lot of us that are younger, you give them a cheeseburger, yeah, they like cheeseburgers. All right, I love cheeseburgers. Bring that same person to a farm, say, he pow, his knife, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, blood draining out, hang, skin it. All right, the whole process. That's how you get your cheeseburger. I don't like cheeseburgers no more. Disconnect. They don't see. They think one thing has nothing to do with the other. It doesn't. Y'all, a lot of y'all smiling. A lot of y'all a lot of y'all don't think. Ask a lot of these children. Show them a cow, and they don't make no connection between that and steak or cheeseburgers or anything else connected with beef. I'm not being funny. They really don't see the connection. A lot of kids don't know that that meat they eat comes from that animal. It's a disconnect. So we have to be more grateful. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ورضي الله تعالى عن سادة التابعين وعلماء العاملين وأئمة الأربعة المجتهدين ومقلديهم إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. This idea of gratitude, shukr, thankfulness, is something that we all have to improve upon. Because we always concentrate on what's right in front of us, and we never really go beyond what's right in front of us. We never go what's beyond right in front of us. Look at what's being spoke about in the news a lot lately. 2 months ago, if you would have asked me, do you remember Bruce Jenner? I would have said, yeah. You would have said, what did he do? I wouldn't be able to remember. I would say he did something, sports, track, field, football, so he did something. I couldn't remember. Because when I was young, when he was famous, and I think I remember him on orange juice commercials or cereal commercials or something. He was like the poster boy for all that's wholesome. He made the news again. How did he come out in the news again? How did he come out? How did he come out? He came out all right. He came out. He's not Bruce Jenner anymore. So he thinks. He changed his name to Caitlyn. And he is not a he anymore. He is a she. According to what he thinks. He is what they call transgender. And I was listening to the news, and they were talking about him and the ramifications. And some of you will not believe to such depth and extent that this thing has got. See, I learned something. I was watching the news. A lot of you think that, okay, if a person is born a male and has an operation, and in their mind they think they become a female, you would think that, for example, that person who's really a male but had some physical things done to them, and so now they think they're a woman, that they like men. No! It still could go both ways. They make a distinction between sex and gender. They got definitions for these things. Somebody actually thought about these things. A person, in their mind, this is not us now, this is their mind. So you know what you're dealing with when you get out in the streets here. If somebody has that operation, and in their worldview becomes a woman, that person in their worldview and everybody else, it seems like, except the Muslims, considers them to be a woman. And if that so-called woman likes women, she's a gay transgender. And if that so-called woman likes men, she's just a regular heterosexual transgender. See, that's confusing. I gotta draw a map for y'all. You don't understand that stuff. You say, hold on, you said she was a man, right? You're a woman, but she's like, man, hold on, I'm lost. You need a roadmap. You need a key. You need a graph. It don't make sense. Somebody thought about this stuff. And I was listening to this news, I said, wow, somebody actually thought about this stuff? Wow, then they got initials and acronyms for all of this stuff. And then you have Muslims, who you would think know better, who you would think is somehow connected with the Book of Allah, saying, well, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Who am I to complain? Why did I mention this? When you listen to the rhetoric of these people who are involved in this or who agree with it, they say things like, I always knew something was wrong with me. I didn't fit in with all of the rest of the little boys. I know I was always different. I realized that God made a mistake. See, what a lot of you don't realize is that these things that we see as sins, the shaitan is so sneaky, he crafts the logic behind it, and he always attaches some kufr, some disbelief to it. It's not just the sin itself, but there's always some, when you get involved with this thing, you think it's just on surface, he's just His lobster just run crazy. He don't know, he's confused, and he just likes to be with this gender or that gender. No, Shaitan ain't that shallow. He deeper than that. If he gonna lead you to hell, he gonna go to hell all the way, not just part way. No. So part of the ideology of these people is that Allah made a mistake. And he was that person supposed to be a man, but he came out a woman. We scientists, we're going to correct this thing here. Well, what does this show? Shaitan was not lying. وَلَا تَجِدُوا أَكْثَرَهُمْ شَاكِرِينَ. You will find that most of them are not thankful. Allah created you as a man, and you're not thankful for that. You want to be other than what Allah created you. You're not thankful. Allah created you as a female or woman. You're not thankful for that. You want to be other than what Allah created you. It's a manifestation of people not being grateful for what Allah gave them. If you're a woman, you'll be thankful for that. You unappreciative. What else is in the news lately? NAACP, Washington, the head. Everybody thought it was a black woman. She's white. People that know history ain't really surprised, because everybody that know that the nuts and bolts and the guts of the NAACP, that organization has always been controlled by white people. Always. They always had a black face but white guts. Always, historically, from day one. But everybody's like, this woman pretending to be black. She even adopted black children. And it recently came out, so it's all on the news. Everybody's talking about this white woman who headed up that local chapter of the NAACP, who was really white. She pretended to have a black father or a black stepfather and a white mother, but she got a white mother and a white father. And so she, for at least the last decade, she was pretending to be mixed or pretending to be black. So everybody's talking about this now, and it's kind of comical to a lot of us. But what does it show? Allah created you white. Why are you not satisfied with that? Why are you not satisfied with the way Allah created you? You want to be black. Ungrateful. A lot of us born black. We want to be white. And this is another thing that people ain't going to talk about that comes out behind this, because usually when people condemn black women for wearing weaves and stuff, you know, you can even get a loan to buy some weave. You know that, right? You get a loan to buy some hair that's not nowhere related to the texture of your own hair. You can actually go in debt buying some fake hair from somebody from another side of the planet that don't look like you. And this is normal to a lot of us. Well, what's your problem? No, it ain't. It's more than just beautifying yourself. That's game. Don't let nobody run game for you like that. It's more than just beautifying yourself. You don't see white women walking around with afro wigs and dreadlock wigs. Well, after this case, you know, we got one. She made her hair frizzy. And I don't know if she got a nice tan or she used makeup and she made herself look darker. So now you got one for your argument. But what's the root of this nonsense? Not being grateful for what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you. How many brothers and sisters do we know who, when they weren't married, oh man, I just need to be married. I need me a wife. I need a husband. I need to get married, man. This single life is rough. Then they get married. Oh man, that nigga ain't no good. He was a good Muslim brother before. Now he's a nigga. That nigga ain't no good. Oh, these sisters are a trip, Aki. Gotta watch these sisters. Oh man, I'm going through it. Okay, you was complaining you were single. Now you're married, now you're complaining about your husband and your wife. Okay. This, with us men, you was complaining you're single, now you're complaining you got a wife. I need me another wife, Bob. You need two now. All right. You give him two? Oh man. See, that's why everybody need to have 4 wives. Right? What's the point? Ain't nothing wrong with having 1, 2, 3, or 4 wives. It's all praiseworthy. It's all from the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But why are we mentioning it here in this context? Because a lot of people that's doing it, they complaining about where they at. They complain when they single. They complain when they got 1. They complain if they get 2, 3, or 4. They get divorced, and when they get divorced, they complain about the divorce. They always complain. Ungrateful. And they miss something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Ibrahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, He says, لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ, if you are thankful, لَأَزِيدَنَكُمْ, Allah will increase you. If you're thankful, Allah will increase you. What does this verse mean? Surah 14, verse 7. What does this verse mean? If you are thankful for whatever you have, regardless of how little it is, Allah will increase that specific thing for you. That's what the tafsir says. If you are thankful for that husband you have, Allah will increase that husband for you. If you're thankful for that wife that you have, Allah will make that wife better for you. And I'm saying this even in a situation where it would be sinful to stay married to that person. In other words, maybe this person is so much out of pocket that you're supposed to divorce this person. Still in that situation, be thankful, because it could be worse. The Prophet ﷺ said that you should look at people who are beneath you, not people that are above you. Because if you look at people that are above you, you may become jealous and ungrateful. If you look at the people who are beneath you, you become thankful for what you have. So you may be in a bad situation, this marriage is coming to an end, but it could be worse. Be thankful for that. Be thankful for that. If you be thankful for that, if you get that divorce, Allah may make your next husband, your next wife better than that. But most of us, we don't do that. We complain. And we complain to a whole bunch of people who can't help us. They can only make the matter worse. Oh, girl, you heard what he said? Go look on his page. Oh, he talking about you. Oh, yeah. And people can't help you. They just make the matter worse. We need to complain to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He wants to hear our complaints. Why do you think Surah Mujadila was revealed? Allah hears the complaints of the woman who complains to him when she complains. The woman had a problem in her life, and she didn't complain to the sisters, she complained to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah revealed her situation in the Quran. Don't make that disconnect between complaints and being ungrateful. When we complain, especially to other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's a clear proof that we're ungrateful for what we have. Because if you was grateful for it, you wouldn't be complaining about it. You know how many times people donate to the masjid? People that I know got a whole lot of cash and they peel off a 20. Do you think I sit here like, nah, I take this back. I know you got money. We don't want that stuff. Write a check, man. We don't say that. We say alhamdulillah, mashallah. Maybe the brother donates in secret a whole lot more. May Allah increase. We bless him. We pray for them. We don't say, I keep your brothers when you donate. We don't want no change. You don't hear no announcements, thank that code for the member. You say, no, we thankful for your change. In fact, we got special jars for your change. We take it all. We're thankful for it. And I've seen even in that example right there, how Allah has increased us right here. We're thankful for whatever we give. We try to make use of it, and Allah has increased us. But alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. So pay attention to your enemy, Shaitan, your open enemy. He said that we will not be grateful. Be grateful that next week, this time, we'll be fasting. Shahr Ramadan, the month of Ramadan. Be thankful that you made it this far and that you have a chance to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again. That you have the ability to fast the month of Ramadan. Who the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said is one of the pillars, one of the things that hold up the deen. Buni al-Islamu ala khams. Shahadati an la ilaha illallah wa Muhammadan Rasulullah. Wa aqim as-salat. Wa ta'ti az-zakat. Wa ati az-zakat. until Hajj al-Bayt was Sumu Ramadan. And this hadith, the Hajj is first. Fasting the month of Ramadan. Buniyah, Islam. The thing that holds up Islam are 5. And one of those things is the month of Ramadan. Don't underestimate that. Maybe our Islam is weak because one of our pillars is weak. Maybe our pillar of Psalm is weak. Maybe when during the month of Ramadan, when it comes, we slack. Maybe we shave off a few minutes and we eat in the morning when we should have stopped eating a long time ago. Maybe we're too dependent on prayer schedules and we break our fast when the sun is still really up and we're not really fasting. Maybe we don't capitalize by praying the Taraweeh prayer. Maybe we don't read the Quran. Maybe this whole month of Ramadan is a barakah, is a blessing. Capitalize on it. It will strengthen your deen. Be grateful that you have a chance to do it again. Some people didn't have the chance. Some people don't have the chance even though they still living, their health is messed up. They can't fast even though they want to. You have the ability to fast. Even some of us with hardship, do it. And be grateful that you have a chance to do it. Be grateful that Allah is going to use this, the longest part of the year. Don't say, oh, I hate when Ramadan comes this time. Why can't it be in December? Stop complaining. Shut up. Enjoy the blessings of struggling for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adhaban nar. Bismillah.
Imam Naeem Abdullah of Masjid Al Mu'min and Nur Zaman Institute is available for speaking engagements. You can contact Imam Naeem Abdullah at the following: via telephone at 267-388-0823 or write him at 537 Paulson Avenue, Pittsburgh, PA 15206, or via email at imamnaeem@nurzamaninstitute.org.
Bismillah.